Hello, hello. If you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. I make coins into rings, and today we've got a flash sale going. 40% off state quarter coin rings, copper clad and 90% silver versions, and we're gonna make some. I'm gonna start with this one. This is a 90% silver proof Georgia quarter, and we're gonna make a size 8.5 ring out of it. Let's go. If you have any questions while I work, feel free to put them in the chat. If you're enjoying the live, tap the screen and check out the sale, 40% off. Now punch a hole right in the middle of it. Let's go. Look at that nice Georgia peach there. Justice. This is probably one of my favorite quarters to make into a ring. It looks really good. So what I do when you order from me here on the TikTok shop, I actually do put this in a keychain. Let me grab one, show you what it looks like. So this is the keychain, and I press the center punch in here with about 1 ton of force, so it stays in there pretty good. And it's got a glow-in-the-dark back on it. Like I said, that's included with every coin ring order here on TikTok, and these are 40% off today, the copper and 90% silver versions. So check them out. Pretty cool. Go. Got that inside nice and smooth. Smooth it out just a little bit more. My pliers are hiding. Sorry guys, give me just a second. Those will work. I found them. Got these bright baby blue handles, and I still seem to misplace them. Georgia. We got it nice and folded. Let's sand this cut edge a little bit. Again, these are 40% off today. Tap the shopping cart down there, pick your state and your size. Got all 50 states available. Got them in copper clad and 90% silver. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. These are real quarters that I make in the rings just for you guys. Thanks for stopping by and watching me work. If you're enjoying the live, make sure to tap the screen a couple times. We got 2 likes on this live. That's pretty rough. 2 likes. Man, oh man. What I'm doing here is stretching the ring out a bit. A little bit more. Thanks, man. There we go. A little oversized 9. This one's going to be an 8.5, but you can see it's a little wider at the top than it is at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and reduce that, even up both those sides. Back over here. That's starting to look really nice. So the next thing I need to do is get rid of this kind of raised lip with metal on the inside there. Again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Don't be shy. These are real quarters that I make into rings, and they're 40% off today. If you want to check that out, tap the little shopping cart down here. Thanks for watching. Going well. Thanks for asking. This is a 90% silver proof Georgia quarter. It's gonna make a really nice ring. Hey, look at you. Thanks, fan. I can never figure out how to do that. So close to 8.5. We got to reduce it just a little bit. Back over here. That's really close. How's it going? So close. Have a good dinner. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you next time. Dinner sounds good. I'm hungry. Right at 8.5. Perfect. Clean some of this fire scale off of here. I'm making spaghetti. The food that kids love but cannot say. Alright. So this is going to get a bit more polished to get the rest of that kind of gold tone fire scale out of there, but it's pretty much good to go. Let's make another one. This next one is New Jersey. Ooh. Yeah, I've got California. Just tap the shopping cart down here, pick your state and your size. Be happy to make one for you. They're 40% off right now too, so check it out. Washington crossing the Delaware. Nice little center punch. There's our quarter so far. Very nice. Pretty much. No, I make coins into rings. This is a 90% silver proof New Jersey quarter. And these 1999 silver proof ones actually hold a bit of a more premium. Because that's the first year they did the state quarters, so it actually cost me a little bit extra to source. Yeah. Look at my username. It'll make you laugh. What's the difference between this one and the ones we were making earlier that were in the 60s? So the 60s were like 64 and earlier are 90% silver, but those were minted with the intent to be in circulation. The newer silver quarters are proof coins, and they're pretty much minted to be in like collector's sets. So they're what's called not intended for circulation. The price, you can tap the shopping cart down here. They're 40% off today, so it's a pretty good day to get one. The biggest I can make them is size 12. So if you need a half or quarter size, just leave a note when you place your order. If you need something, the real size range is 4 to 12. So I can do anything in between there. If you don't see that size listed down here, just pick another one and leave a note with the actual size you need. That's between 4 and 12. Nice. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. And if you're just joining in here and you're like, what's going on? I make coins into rings. And these are state quarter coin rings. They're 40% off today. So tap the shopping cart if you want to get one. Tap the screen if you're enjoying the live. Sorry, my phone's dying. So we lost connection there for a minute. Give me a thumbs up in chat if you can hear me. Need to put the phone on the charger. Why is the shipping so expensive? It looks like you're from the UK. I may be wrong, but I think that may be what the issue is that it's international shipping. Am I wrong? Pause for 10 to 30 seconds. Yeah, sorry, man. Gotta love the technical issues that come with filming on a phone. Alright guys, these are estate quarter coin rings. They're 40% off today. If you want to check them out, tap the little shopping cart down here. If you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for watching. Yeah, I've actually made these out of silver shavings. So these are 90% silver. It's a bit easier to work with. What I'm working on right now is a 90% silver. Did I say fine silver? So I've made one out of 90% silver, and it's a bit rough. If you think the front looks bad, check out the back. Woo! So, I need some more practice, but I'm trying. It's harder than it looks. But it is nice if you mess up, you can just melt it down again, start over. But I'm using a lot of fuel. A lot of map gas. And that's getting a little expensive. That's how my silver looked at 50%. Yeah. No, I talked to Chris about it. He talked me into using 2 torches, which is much easier. It's really just a timing issue. So it requires like 2 kinds of focus, right? So like while you're getting the silver to be like molten, while you're trying to like liquefy it, that's a really long, drawn out process, and you gotta like pay attention to it. When you're pouring, you gotta pour fast, dude. Like if there's a little hesitation in your wrist, it'll solidify. You gotta go boom. So it's really hard for me to go from like one brain mode to the other, of like paying attention and taking my time, and then like the actual pour where you just gotta be like, do it. Like it's tricky to balance those two. Yeah, and the mold has to be hot too. So like there's that you're trying to balance as well. You're trying to make sure the mold is hot. You're trying to make sure your metal stays molten, and you're trying to pour really fast. So like you're heating 2 things at the same time, and like trying to aim molten metal. Which it just is a little offsetting. Like It's not something that's easy to be comfortable with. Yeah. It is fun. But that's one thing I was doing when I first started was I wasn't really heating the mold at all. And Chris was like, dude, you need to heat that thing up right before you pour. And it'll stay liquid a little bit longer. So yeah, he's been real helpful. Copper's melting point is like way higher than fine silver. Like even trying to melt 90% silver, it's like mostly solid. Like you saw that one pour I did. There's a drastic difference by just adding 10% of copper. I think if I was messing with copper, I'd need like one of those electromagnetic heater things, because you got to get that stuff really hot to melt. I don't know, I like working with fine silver, but dealing with like larger molds has been tricky. Like I can do smaller stuff pretty good, but anything over like 1 ounce is a bit of a challenge to get just right. Let's see, this one's supposed to be size 10. It's pretty close. I'm going to stretch it just a little bit. Again, these are 40% off today here on the TikTok shop. Tap the shopping cart if you'd like to get one. Just pick your state and your size. I'd be happy to make one for you. If you're worried about green finger or that coin smell, I've had people complain about that. I do offer 90% silver versions as well, and that does not have any of those issues. If you don't really have the budget for a 90% silver one, you're just looking for kind of a fun ring, the copper one's a good choice. They're pretty cool. You'll have people asking you about it. Where'd you get that? What is that? They attract a lot of attention, a lot of questions. Talk to Mad Dog. See, I've been out of the pouring community for a little bit. I used to just watch them before I even started trying. About a year and a half ago, I just watch everybody and ask questions, and then finally got the nerve up to do it. I'm trying to learn through practice instead of like leaning on other people. I really want to have that hands-on experience. Yeah, the one I'm working on right now is 90% silver. It's got a little bit of fire scale from the annealing. You can see that kind of orange goldish tint. But once I polish this up, it'll be pretty much a mirror surface. The 90% silver cleans up really nicely. This one's just a little raw. But Jack stays at it, man. He be pouring daily. And some cool stuff too. He's really good. He's impressive. That guy will have like multiple sand cast molds ready and primed up. Just like I like watching his lives. He's good. But yeah, when I pour silver, I'm not that confident. And adding a camera to it is like, whew. So I don't even really record it when I'm doing it right now. I'm a little embarrassed. Once I get a little better, I'll probably show off. Yeah. It's fun. I'll admit that. Like, it's not easy. But when you get it right, man, oof. Like, the difference between, like, pouring this and pouring this is like night and day. When you get one like this, you're like, oh, hell yeah. Look at that. I made that. But sometimes you get so close. It's not quite there. Yeah, I definitely need a bit more practice. Yep, rest, remelt. Size 10. Let's go. 40% off stay quarter coin rings. Tap the shopping cart if you want one. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. If you're enjoying the live, tap the screen. Thanks for watching, guys. Stretch it out over here on the ring stretcher. Let me get that in frame. There we go. A little bit more. That should be good. Yeah. Ohio. I use paper for the 90% silver ones. They're a little bit softer. Copper keeps the details on the inside, even if I don't use the paper. It's pretty tough. But the softer the silver, that'll flatten out the text on the inside. Fine silver, yeah, definitely I want to use the paper. What kind of ring stretcher am I working with? This one is a Pepe Tools ring stretcher. So this is my second ring stretcher. I got this one second hand. It's pretty pricey if you get them new. The first one I got is like a generic blue, like $100 one off Amazon. I worked with that one for about a year and a half. I saw this one for about half price. And yeah, I love it. Pepe Tools, it's really smooth. And I also like how narrow the top is. I'm trying to get it. Like how tiny this part is. On my old ring stretcher, it was much wider. So I can work with like smaller coins and stuff with smaller punches with that one. Yeah, the blue one on Amazon, you can do work with it for sure. Just make sure you bolt it down. I've seen a lot of people not bolt it down. I didn't bolt it down right away. It makes a huge difference if that thing's bolted down. It's so much easier to work with. When I see loose ring stretchers on desks, I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, man. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by and watching me work. Have a good one. For anybody who's just joined in here, I'm Coin Ring Maker from coinringmaker.com. I make coins into rings. On this live, we're making steak quarter coin rings, and they are 40% off right now. If you want to get yourself one, tap the shopping cart down here, pick your state and your size. I'll be happy to make one for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Gotta stretch that one just a little bit. If you're enjoying the live, make sure to tap the screen. So close. Yeah, tap the shopping cart, guys. These are 40% off during this live. 90% silver steak quarter coin rings, usually $100. Right now, only $60. Copper clad quarter coin rings, usually $42. Now only $25.20. Pick your state and your size. I'll be happy to make one for you. If you need a half or quarter size, just leave a note when you place your order. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Thanks for watching. There we go. Right at size 10. This is the Ohio quarter coin ring. See if we can get a better look at it. It's got the Wright Brothers plane right here. And on the other side, it's got an astronaut, which is pretty cool. Two extremes of flight. On the inside, you've got United States of America and $quarter. Very nice. All right. I'm gonna take a little break. If you guys want to catch me next time I go live, hit the follow button. And how do you decipher the size of your finger? What I recommend is visiting a jewelry store. People working at jewelry stores have pretty good experience at sizing and estimating ring sizes. So just seek out a professional. Usually they'll do it for free. It'll take like 5 minutes. But yeah, that's going to get you the most accurate ring sizes if you visit a jewelry store and get sized there. That's what I recommend. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. Peace.